And sometimes this reality is brutal. It's brutal, actually, generally most of the time, because this reality is full of programs that are not true to our originality. This whole world is constructed based upon being a place to, at least within the conditioned world, being, when I mean conditioned, I mean most of the controlled societies are controlled societies, and within these controlled societies are platforms for people to obey by the controlled societies. And within this controlled system, although we might think we have freedom, but we've only got freedom within what we're free to experience as freedom. Freedom can be truth. And how often do we have access to truth? You know, we're taught from such a young age the education system's agenda and program, but how often do we have access to true information? Most of this information can be true, but it's completely maybe irrelevant to why we're really experiencing our reality. It could be absolutely, completely diverged into the projection of what we're aimed at achieving within our lives, whether that's getting a job and raising a family and working within this system, or obeying by the system. We're taught how to obey by the system and be successful in our workplaces, but the education system doesn't teach us about the truth of our reality and our existence and the purpose of actually being within this sense of perception of what we call society. It doesn't tell us anything about the background of how it was established. And when it does, it convinces us of what they persuade as the truth. And this persuasion is persuasion. It doesn't come from any sense of originality, which our true divine essence comes from. It doesn't tell us anything about that. And if anything, it convinces us about religions and gives us that sense of, and now let's not dogmat religions. Let's not put religions in a bad place, but because a lot of the religions actually have some sense of truth, but at the same time, they're completely programmed to keep us battling each other with opposition. You know, there's so many religions in the world, which just makes it so obvious that they have been put in place to create controversy. And maybe some religions have pieces of truth to our originality, yet, which you can't deny. I mean, you can't just tell someone a lie. We're divine truth to be completely true. We are divine truth. We are divine existence, divine love, just being programmed to perceive reality within this perspective. And you can't just give divine truth a complete lie or a complete bullshit, because it will not connect to it. It's not part of our originality. So you give the divine truth bits and pieces of its reality, so you can feel something. You can feel some essence of, sense of like believing in something, but it's riddled with a whole heap of shite that keeps us, not necessarily shite, but it's riddled with a whole heap of disconnections and you could say manipulated information that keeps us in a heap of mess. Look at the religions these days, and they are constantly in war with each other, creating this internal disfusion or miscommunication between the true reality of why we're actually experiencing our reality. If the religions all said truth, we wouldn't be separated. We'd be together. We'd be respecting each other.